of this championship clash between Chauncey Gawley's Whitehaven and Paul March's Dewsbury Rams. There's going to be Whitehaven attacking left to right from our position in the main stand. That means they're attacking the railway end in the first half, and of course you West Cumbrian natives. It's going to be Dewsbury to get the game underway. It's going to be Callum Turner to put the ball down on the kicking tee. Our man in the middle this afternoon, Mr. Cameron Worsley. Hopefully no controversy like we got last week with a couple of disallowed tries and a few dodgy decisions that was initially being given. But Whitehaven do now get the game underway. Ball is collected from the kick-off, Jake Carter, and Lucas Castle is the man to fetch it forward. Getting on the front foot is Lucas Castle, plays the ball, goes forward then to Curtis Tia. Tia's going to make it to around about the 30 metre mark. 33 metres away from his own line, now fetching the ball forward, Owen McCarran. Sporting a scrum cap this week is Owen, but he's been fetched down 5 short of halfway. Still only third tackle here for Whitehaven, so making plenty of metres in the early going. Now find Hannigan, then finds Joey Romeo. Romeo's trying to get on the outside of Kieran Rush into the Dewsbury half of Whitehaven. Still a couple of tackles left in the bank. Again, Dean Gebby trying to find some broken field, but he's going to be wrapped up by a trio of Dewsbury defenders. He's going to be the 5 and last. Just over a minute gone here at the recreation ground. It's going to come right then into the hands of Lachlan Hannigan. Goes round 1, goes round 2, then going to put the kick up there. Rio Corkill's going to be on the chase, trying to put a lot of pressure on Callum Turner, and Turner collects it, but it's going to be pinned there right on his own try line. And you're not going to score 4 points in the opening set, Shacks. That is what you want to do instead.
Yeah, it's a real good set, Jordan. We took them all the way to their 40 with a good kick at the end, and we've defended well. It's a great start from Whitehaven. It's now about pinning them down in this half and keeping them less territory as possible.
Now looking to fetch it forward, it's Marcus Walker with ball in hand. Just looking to play this ball now is Walker. He's made it to around about 12-13 metres away from his own line. Dewsbury Rams made around an next 10-12 metres there, and it's Owen Restel, number 1 on his back, but on the wing this afternoon. Then finds now Jimmy Beckett. Beckett's going to be dragged down. Combination is going to be the first penalty of the afternoon instead. Ball looks to have been, it's falling into the hands of Jake Carter. Referee Cameron Wellesley rules that to have been stripped, and it's going to allow the Rams some field possession early doors.
4th tackle, John, didn't he do it, did they? Easy piggyback.
Especially when you were able to pin them just in their own 30. They had a lot of work to do at the Rams to get to that position. Turner's going to whack it left footed in to touch into that popular side. Just over 2 minutes gone here at the recreation ground. BBC Radio, Cumbria Sport Online. Dewsbury now fetching it forward. Collinson is the man now in at loose forward this afternoon. Has got 13 on his back. So it's Corkill and King that affect that tackle. 32 metres out. Butterworth in at dummy half, going to come left now to Rush. Rush then gets it just across to Billington. Billington has lost that in the tackle. Fantastic work from Lachlan Hannigan, and you can see there what that means to the Whitehaven players. Jake Carter's come over and one of the first straight away to thank Lachlan Hannigan for that tackle, because he was the one that was in the tackle to give the penalty away. It's going to be scrum down, head and feet to Haven. Perfect response, Shacks, from giving that penalty away.
Yeah, it was a great tackle by Hannigan. I think they've tried to put big man and little man there, and he's nailed him, and he's ball on ball tackle, and he's come up with the header.
So just waiting for this scrum to be formed. Whitehaven attacking left to right, attacking the railway end in the first half. Hannigan now feeds a scrum, held in there. Newton out the back, then Buafo going to look to fetch it forward on debut from the London, on loan from the London Broncos. 25 out. Newton in there at dummy half, goes down the short side and finds Curtis Tia over his own 30 now. His former Waff-Brown man comes across then to Ross Ainley, trying to burst his head through there. He's Ross Ainley. Whitehaven trying to definitely get on the front foot here, trying to get some momentum in their way. Tia now gets the offload away to Buafo on that left hand side, then what's he back inside? It should be Jake Carter, and it is. Carter's going to be pulled down. The 15 out of Whitehaven, still got a couple of tackles left in the bank. Coming into midfield now with Lucas Castle, then throws it to Hannigan. Hannigan then finds King. King takes it to the line, throws a dummy, double pump, but elect to keep hold of the ball himself. Did Ryan King, 10 metres out, just to the right hand side of the post. 5 and last comes to Lucas Castle. Castle then gets it across to Ross Ainley. Whitehaven electing to go for the power play. I don't think he's going to be able to get his arm free. Looking for the offload is Ross Ainley, but it's a turnover ball, and yet again, Shacks, it's definitely not the worst position in the world to turn the ball over.
No, Whitehaven's had 2 great sets there. They went to the short side then, got Dewsbury on the thing. Newts looked up and played short. No, Whitehaven started really positive, throwing the ball about and going for it.
So Dewsbury got some work to do to fetch it from their own line. It's pinned by 3 Whitehaven defenders. King's involved in there, Newton and Ross Ainley all as well. I think it could be Beckett now looking to fetch it forward. No, it's actually Billington, but he's put down onto his back, still short of his own 20. Coming down this short side. That'll be Butterworth in there at dummy half. He's been wrapped up by 3 Whitehaven defenders. Hannigan's in there, Corkill's in there, Evans is the first man off. Rush in there at dummy half. Going across then to Turner. Turner then out the back, couple of pairs of hands going, looking to go onto that right hand hedge now. This Dewsbury side, still only around their own 30 metre mark. Castle's in there, Carter's in there, McCannon's in there as well, and he's going to be, and he needs to go back and play it because he's taken 3 or 4 further steps forward. Has that Dewsbury man on the right hand side. I think it's O'Connor, the centre, that plays it now. It's going to be the 5 and last. Butterworth lining weight at dummy half. Still in their own 40 of Dewsbury, so good work from Whitehaven. Rush is going to try and get that kick away. It's just going to go end over end, right down the throat of the Papua New Guinean Adine Gebby, but fair to Dewsbury. They had got a good chase and got plenty of numbers in front of him, and he's going to be wrapped up starting this set 35 metres away from his own line. Evans in there now fetching it forward. Hannigan was in at dummy half. Welsh international stopped just short of his own 40. Newton now in lining weight at dummy half. But Wafo's coming off the wing, trying to find some space. Here's Buafo trying to get up and play the ball quickly now. Going to be over the halfway line. Joey Romeo, the Australian, kept calling him a Kiwi last week. Don't know where that had come from, but 40 metres out from the Dewsbury line. Lucas Castle, he definitely is an Australian and fetches it forward 10 metres there from the tall prop. 28 metres out. It is the 5 and last. Going to go left into the hands of Jake Carter. Carter gets the kick away. McCannon's on the chase. Tia's on the chase, and it's going to bounce. But Wafo's there, and it should be. And it's going to be a first try in a Whitehaven shirt for Gideon Buafo, the London Broncos loanee, on that left-hand side. Just ticked over into the 7th minute here at the recreation ground. Plenty of Whitehaven players on the chase, and it's come up for them. It's Haven 4, Dewsbury 0.
Yeah, Whitehaven started really positive, Jordan. They threw the ball about, and it's what they've got rewards there for. They Carter put the kick up high, and they had 4 or 5 people underneath it, and no, great start for the winger.
Obviously fumbled there. There didn't seem to be any communication between the two Dewsbury men. The winger and the full-back both went up. Nevenham put the shout in. Nevenham's been able to collect it cleanly, and Buafo using his speed just to make sure he's there, collect it and go over.
Yeah, they both jumped for the same ball and come down, and Whitehaven had 3 or 4 players around that ball. It's a positive sign. They've all chasing it, trying to get the try, and no, we've come up with the start. Great start.
His first try of the season in any competition for Gideon Buafo. He's only played 2 games in Super League. I think he picked up a knock early doors. He has been playing some reserve rugby for the Broncos, but he's back in competitive first team action, gets his first try of the season, and it's in a Whitehaven shirt here on BBC Radio, Cumbria Sport Online. Jake Carter lining up the conversion now, sort of 18 metres out on the straight. Some angle involved, comes at it left footed, does Jake Carter, and he's must have gone wide of the right hand side post, the wide right hand side post. It still remains Haven 4, Dewsbury 0, just around about 8 minutes gone here at the recreation ground, and it's been pretty much a perfect start for Whitehaven.
Yeah, Whitehaven's completed all the sets, Joe. They've made plenty of yards, kicked well and defended well. Dewsbury haven't even got out the half. He had the opportunity before the penalty, and Whitehaven stuffed it out straight away.
So it's going to be Turner with the kick-off when the game does get back underway. There is the whistle of referee Cameron Worsley. Deep kick-off going to be collected by Carter, now onto finds Lucas Castle. Castle runs it through and hard, and that is going to be first penalty of the afternoon to Whitehaven. If you're catching Lucas Castle high, it's high because he's a tall man, is Lucas Castle, the Australian, but it's going to be a penalty here, and Whitehaven's going to have an opportunity, not that they really need it, but they're going to have an opportunity to kick the ball into touch and get further down the field.
Yeah, Dewsbury didn't need that at all. They needed it, especially everyone that says in rugby that the most important sets after a try, and I don't think the coach will be happy with that one, Joe, not at all. So
Carter kicks it left footed, and Whitehaven are going to start on the Dewsbury 40. So good kick from Jake Carter. Tia takes the tap, looking straight away for the offload as soon as he hit the tackle there. Whitehaven seem to have confidence against this Dewsbury side. It's now going to be Ross Ainley, the man to fetch it forward. Second tackle. Jimmy Beckett is the man that affected that tackle alongside Jackson Walker. So Newton then comes right into the hands of King. King offers it, but then finds Hannigan. Takes it to the line, nearly through the line. He's Lachlan Hannigan, and he's being pulled down. Whitehaven within 5-6 metres just to the right hand side of the post. Newton lining weight at dummy half, going to go across to Ryan King. King then finds Ross Ainley. Ainley's going to try and spin out of that tackle and try and get his arm free. He can't, however, can the former Kells man. He's pulled down just a metre short. Newton goes left. Carter then finds Curtis Tia. Tia, is he over? He's not, and he's the 5 and last. Still only a metre short. Going to come across to Ross Ainley in that. Is it going to be called high on Ross Ainley? It's not. Referee Cameron Worsley's high with it. He's happy with it, I should say. And it is going to be a turnover ball, but Whitehaven turning the screw once again.
Yeah, another great set, Joe. We've turned the ball over on their line. We're just trying to turn the pressure now. We're trying to get it out of Dewsbury early on.
It's Lewis Carter, the winger, to try and fetch it out. He only makes 3 or 4 metres in doing so. Butterworth in there at dummy half. Whitehaven trying to put as much pressure on as they can. Marcus Walker is now the man to fetch it forward. He's got them to 12-13 metres away from their own line, so good work from him there. So now I think it's going to be Billington coming down this side to fetch it forward. Butterworth in there at dummy half. He scoots, got some metres there before. Was looking for the pass there, but he's been stopped. Newton, McCannon and Ainley all involved. 32 metres out now in centre field are this Dewsbury side. Coming down this side, it's Jackson Walker. Walker makes it to his own 40. Ended up being a good actually attacking set there from Dewsbury. They've got to 10 short of halfway. Butterworth's going to get the kick in on the 5 and last from dummy half, but it's right down the throat of Gideon Bawafo. Looked to see if Romeo was there, but was happy to fetch it forward himself. Was the Loney. It means Whitehaven are starting this yet to get over their own 30, and T is now the man to fetch it forward.
Yeah, Dewsbury really struggling to get out of their half, aren't they? Whitehaven defending well and put a lot of pressure on them. See if we can finish off this step back up then and put the pressure back on them again.
McCarron's made it to the Dewsbury 40. Good few tackles left in this set. Newton in there at dummy half. Comes across then to Jake Carter. Offers it up. Then finds Hannigan. Then finds now out the back. Ball's hitting the floor. Is it going to be... It says it's come off the... Joey Romeo asking for the 6 again.
That's 6 again now.
So just waiting to see what referee Cameron Worsley gives. Should be scrum and head and feed by his reactions to Dewsbury, but just going to wait. Yeah, hit his head and feed to Dewsbury. You heard Marc Shackley say he thought it should have been a 6 again or a play on, but it's gone in favour of the Rams there.
There was definitely a Dewsbury hand in there to stop the play, but I don't think the linesman the ref seen it, and Dewsbury's got a call there, Joe, to let out half.
Just want some Whitehaven player. Got some blood, so we're going to have a stoppage in play. He's going to need a new shirt. I think it's Lucas Castle, maybe still showing some ill effects of that high tackle he picked up a few minutes ago. Is the Australian. Around 12 minutes gone, Shaq, and it's been pretty much the perfect start for Whitehaven.
Yeah, Johnny will be really pleased. I think they started well, Joe. The positive, the playing with the ball, the taking it up, and Dewsbury can't get out. I think Whitehaven have started really well, really well.
See if we can get some scores elsewhere from around Rugby League so far this afternoon. In the Super League, it's Salford 0, St Helens 6. 0-0 between Bradford and Doncaster. At Odsall, Featherstone leads 6-0 at Post Office Road against York Knights. Sheffield 0, Widnes 0. Swinton 0, Barrow 2. Wakefield 0, Halifax 6. Down into League 1, already a full-time score. Cornwall 0, Keighley 26. Newcastle New Crusaders 20. I think that might have been either a 2 o'clock or a 2:30 kick-off. The other two scores, which are 3 o'clock, it's still Hunslet 0, Rochdale 0 and Workington 0, Oldham 0. So some early scores from around, but not too many from around Rugby League so far this afternoon. Interesting that I think Featherstone's just gone 10-0 to the good. Just having a look, T. Ritson is playing against the Barrow Raiders this afternoon. He has been on dual reg at Swinton in the previous few weeks. And thought he might have been involved in the St Helens lineup today. Picked up a few injuries of Saints, but he's not. And T. Ritson plays against his former side this afternoon. But 2-0 to the good at the moment through a penalty. And we are going to get this game back underway here to Scruffy Scrub. But ball's in the hands now of Callum Turner. Turner's going to be wrapped up. McCarron's in there. Carter's in there. The 5 or so short of halfway. Comes across then to Bailey O'Connor. O'Connor fetched still short of halfway. Good work from Whitehaven once again. Ainley and McCarron involved on that occasion. Butterworth then comes across to Collinson. Rush then gets it across then to Billington. Billington makes it to the Whitehaven 40. Butterworth in there at dummy half. Going to come down this short side. Rush then looking to come back inside, but you're not going to get away from Lachlan Hannigan like that, and he's soon helped by King and Corkill. 35 out to Dewsbury, into the Whitehaven half. Butterworth in at dummy half, comes across to Collinson. Collinson runs it across the line, looks slightly forward from my position, but referee is then going to be actually knocked on there instead. So if it was a forward pass, it doesn't really matter, because it's now in the hands of Lucas Castle, and Castle's going to be wrapped up short of Whitehaven 30, but it is going to be a fresh set at 6-6 again. So Will Evans now looking to fetch it forward on his return from injury. The Welsh international gets it to around about 13 away from his own line. In centre field here, Newton in at dummy half, comes across then to Buafo. Buafo trying to get through the line there, but he's pulled down. Is the London Broncos Leone going down the short side once again. Jake Carter looking to find Tia, but throws the dummy and looks to take the line on himself. They're over halfway at Whitehaven, 42 out from this Dewsbury line. Comes across to Romeo, got a play on here at Whitehaven. King just fetches it forward, tries to get the handoff, but stopped 31, 32 metres away from the Dewsbury line. Still a couple of tackles left in this set. Newton's going to scoot, then go left and find Lucas Castle. Castle then finds Ross Ainley. Ainley's looking for a man in support. There was really no one there that could get the ball to. Could Ross Ainley? Still a couple of tackles here. No, it's not. It's 5 and last. Then going to go left to Carter. Carter looks to step back inside. Again, gets it away to Newton. Newton, what's he going to do? He's trying to find some options. It's Lachlan Hannigan. Hannigan's going to look to put kicking along the floor, and it's going to have to be knocked dead by Kieran Rush. Whitehaven looked a little bit out of ideas there, but was still able to get the ball behind the dead ball line, and it's forced dead by this Dewsbury side. Goal line dropout. Haven 0, Haven 4, Dewsbury 0.
Yeah, I think Whitehaven missed a chance there. I think Carter could have played. There was 3 over and they only had 1 defender. Dewsbury was scrambling. I think Dewsbury look really tired now. They can't complete, they can't get out there. I think a little bit more pressure by Whitehaven to complete early. We could see them off it. Another try, Jord.
Waiting for this goal line dropout into the 15th minute. BBC Radio, Cumbria Sport Online. It's going to be Hannigan that collects the goal line dropout. Ainley now to fetch it forward. He's made it to 33, 34 out from the Whitehaven line. Some early changes going to be run by Paul March. Jack Bibby's getting ready to come on down below us. Romeo trying to hand off Kieran Rush. He's been fetched down eventually as the Whitehaven fullback. 20 metres out. Newton in weight at dummy half. Going to go left into the hands of Ross Ainley, getting through plenty of work in the last few minutes is Ainley. Newton in there. Goes left into the hands of King. King then finds Carter. Carter then comes into Owen McCann. McCann should just crash over. It's good defence there from Dewsbury, but the gap was there. Newton in there. Going to come. It's going to left, right, left. Well, let's wait and see. Referee Cameron Worsley says there's 2 knock-ons, which means it should be in favour of Whitehaven here. It should be scrum down, head and feed, 10 metres out. And Whitehaven are going to elect to take it. Yep, it is. They're going to take it to go to the left. Maybe try and put a shift plate to get in this right-hand side corner. Yeah,
there is another opportunity again there, Joe. It's always on that left-hand side. If Carter looks up and plays with his eyes a bit more, but it'll come if they're going to try and work them down the middle and then get them out wide later on, and that's so be it.
So Carter fires the scrum. They're going to look to go down the short side. Actually, it should be in. Buafo should be in for the second in the afternoon in that left-hand side corner, and he is. He's Gideon Buafo. We've seen him score plenty of tries against Whitehaven over the years. He's now scored back-to-back tries on his debut for his Low-Knee club. Gideon Buafo in that left-hand side corner. I called it potentially could have been coming from left to right. They elected to go down the short side. The numbers still weren't there, Shacks, and Buafo's in for the second in that left-hand side corner.
Yeah, it was a great move off a scrum, Joe. It looks like a training move. They made an extra number out the scrum, and Buafo scored in the corner. He looks good, doesn't he, Joe? He's took plenty of ball. He looks nippy on his feet. He looks to be a great signing.
Yeah, you'd hope if Whitehaven need him, they can keep him for longer. We've seen him, like you say, he's played plenty of championship over the last few seasons as Gideon Buafo. I think he's averaging a game so he's sort of averaging a try every sort of game and a half, which is, a fantastic try scoring record, but just not able to get back into that London Broncos side at this moment, despite being rock bottom of the Super League. So offered to Whitehaven, and Whitehaven will very gladly take his services when he scored and tries like that.
Yeah, he started really well, two good tries, Joe, but he's took a lot of ball in as well, about our own half, getting us out, and he's played the ball fast. He started really well.
So Jake Carter a bit further over on this occasion. Very, very tight to that left-hand side touchline. 22, 23 metres on the straight, but obviously right on that final blade of grass, just inside the popular side touchline. Takes his time, does Jake Carter, because now going to come at it left-footed. Jake Carter, and he must have been over the just left of that near left-hand post on that occasion. Just hasn't got the kicking boot on at the moment, has Jake Carter, but 2 very difficult conversions, I will give him that. But it remains Haven 8, Dewsbury 0, but Whitehaven certainly on the front foot here, Mark.
Yeah, Whitehaven are flying. Jordan started really well, really positive, throwing the ball about, and looking at Dewsbury now, Joe Shorstian, I don't think they've got off the bus, and I think they're right back on it now at the moment, but they're going to have to dig in, Jordan. It'll be a long day for Dewsbury if they can't try and turn this round.
I mean, this is a Dewsbury side coming into this who hadn't scored a point in more than 200 minutes of rugby league. 2.5.
You can tell at the moment.
Yeah, 2.5 games since they scored their last point. Kick-off is going to be collected by Hannigan, then comes across to Ross Ainley. Ainley trying to get through. Jack Bibby's now on the field out there. We mentioned he was getting ready down below us, so he's out there. He's Bibby now. Rio Corkill's now the man to fetch it forward for Whitehaven. Nigerian international. So former St Helens youngster, spent time at Barrow last year, his hometown club. Hannigan then comes across to Evans. Stopped there by Walker. Restall's in there as well, as is Billington. Rush was also involved. 30 metres out of Whitehaven. Gebby's going to look to come down this short side, but gets the ball away to the hands of Joey Romeo. Romeo nearly had the arm free, but elected to keep hold of the ball. Newton in there at dummy half now. King then plays it to Carter. Carter then finds McCarran, then to Tia, then should be going off on that left hand side. Gideon Buafo, could he be in for the hat-trick? He's not. He's going to have to be pulled down. Is he going to be put into touch? He is. I think he'd have been better taking the tackle there with Gideon Buafo. He was trying to get back up and maybe try and get the ball back inside. Maybe slightly guilty of overplaying, but when you can see there's definitely room on that right hand edge, Whitehaven's left hand edge, you can see why they're happy to looking to play down that side. But it's an opportunity wasted, but definitely still on the front foot and still definitely have plenty of opportunity this afternoon on that left hand edge for Whitehaven.
Yeah, Whitehaven looked dangerous down there with T and Buffy. I think they played it really well. They took forward to the middle and took it to the right, and they had a big pass out with Kingy, and they've got the overlap over there. I think they've got a lot of joy down that side if they stay down there.
So that's the right hand edge in defence for Keighley. Keighley, where did that come from? For Dewsbury. Fetching it forward now are Paul March's Rams. Butterworth in there at dummy half. Goes right into the hands then of Hookham. Gets to the way to then O'Connor. O'Connor's going to be pulled down. So it's not O'Connor, sorry, it's Brad Graham. Pulled down 10 short of halfway. Collinson now had to bend for it slightly, and Newton, Corkill and King all involved in that tackle for Whitehaven. 2 short of halfway of Dewsbury here. Butterworth elects to scoot. Then now finds Jack Billington, former Barrow Raider, and it's going to be 5 in last here, and they're in the Whitehaven half of Dewsbury, 35 metres out. Rush is going to put it up high, left-footed. Romeo's coming for that, and it just takes him out. It's going to be a penalty here. Well, you take your pick. It's a penalty for offside, or it's a penalty for taking without the ball. Take what you want.
I didn't think he meant to do that. He was going for the ball, but he's took our fullback out, so it's definitely a penalty, and they're all offside in the middle.
Yeah, I mean, Jacob Hookham was definitely offside, and so you can hear the Whitehaven faithful behind us not too happy with the decision. Apologise for any language you might have picked up from behind us here at the recreation ground, but it is just a penalty, nothing more, and Jay Carter's going to put this ball into touch. Rattles the roof of the main grandstand here at the recreation ground. And just waiting for a ball to come onto the field is Dean Gebby. Evans takes a tap and then passes it to the Papua New Guinean. He's trying to break through. It's Dean Gebby, and it's taken 4 of them to stop him, and they still can't take him to the floor. Still can't take him to the floor. He's trying to get a play the ball in now. There is the Papua New Guinean. It is a 6 again. So first 6 again for an infringement. We've seen one for a knock on earlier on, but so Whitehaven. Ian is going to play this ball now. Newton's in there at dummy half. Going to let to go left, then finds Hannigan. Carter then looks to go himself. The overlap wasn't on there on that occasion, so had to come back inside. 25 metres out. Lucas Castle now. New shirt on, following a bit of claret coming earlier on. Taking over the horizontal. Referee Cameron Worsley doesn't think so. King in there at comes across now. Hannigan then looks for the looking forward, deflects off the Dewsbury man. Gonna have to get there. Is he played that? It definitely come off a Dewsbury man. Referee Cameron Worsley says not played that, and it's going to be a tap 20 here. So it'll be interesting to see if they get a 7 tackle set. Well, the Rams. It's Lewis Carr in. It's a good tackle there from Lachlan Hannigan. Are they going to get the 7 tackles? They're not. So referee Cameron Worsley happy that Whitehaven didn't kick that on purpose into touch. So it is going to be Carr once again. So back-to-back tackles. He's had to take with that. 6 again on that occasion. Ross Ainley had the second effort. Restall now. He's going to take Dewsbury over halfway. Carter and McCannon involved in that tackle. 22 minutes gone here. BBC Radio, Cumbria Sports Online. Butterworth now finds Beckett. Beckett's just going to run it forward. Jimmy Beckett. 32 metres out now. Butterworth in there at dummy half. Going to come down this left hand side. Rush takes it to the line. Then finds Turner. Gets round Will Evans and just picks up and dumps Marcus Walker. Does Dean Gebby. Papua New Guineans always seem to have that in that locker. That sort of tackle. Rush. Whitehaven getting ready to introduce Hugh Worthington and Guy Graham down below us. But in the meanwhile, in the change with Dewsbury, Bibby's made it to 10 metres out. Best position the visitors have had. Butterworth in there at dummy half, goes right to Beckett. Then gets it across to Hookham and then finds the Callum Turner in at fullback. Just fall down shorty. Turner, 5 and last. 2 metres out. Hookham gets the kick. Adine Gebby collects that. This is the Papua New Guinean. Is he going to be dragged into touch? He is going to be dragged into touch, and referee says it's legal. So it's going to be another fresh set of 6 here for Dewsbury. Done well there initially to get it to Gebby, but Dewsbury have done well also then to get him over the touchline, out the field of play.
Yeah, I think Dewsbury being fortunate. I think Whitehaven should have had a penalty up there, and the kick definitely could come off of the Dewsbury player. But Dewsbury took a quick tap and got down the pitch, and Gebby struck that ball well in there under pressure. But he's unfortunately being dragged to touch. So Whitehaven's got a set of 6 on their own line here, Joe. They're going to have to keep them out.
Of course, no scrum down these days to play the ball, so played and find Beckett. Whitehaven need to survive here. Just short of the 24th minute here. Going to come left into the hands of Hookham. Then finds Rush. Ball hits the floor, gets it across into Restall, bounces in from Walker. Just short is Owen Restall, who's in that. It's Joey Romeo that was involved in that tackle. Will Evans as well. Rush likes to go right, but takes the line on instead. King's involved in that tackle. Ailey's involved in that tackle. Another 6 again. Then it's going to be a penalty. Whitehaven just King trying to slow it down there, guilty of slowing it down too much, and the ball then just come out the tackle. So Dewsbury's going to have another set of 6 from here. Butterworth takes the tap, then finds Collinson, then finds Hookham. Hookham takes the dummy and tries to get over the line. He's short there, he's Jacob Hookham, but only just. Butterworth lining way to dummy half. Going to look to try and dive over himself there, who's Reece Butterworth. Been able to hold him out. Still just to the right hand side of the post. Turner in there at dummy half now. Going to come left into the hands of Beckett. Then finds Hookham. Whitehaven man's taken out. Hannigan. Referee Cameron Worsley not too interested in that. Still playing the ball here now. Left hand side of the post. Beckett now just trying to barge his way over. Not too much of an enterprise in play. Trying to go left or right from Dewsbury. Just trying to barge it over at the moment. Into the hands now of Rush. Then finds it's going to be Jack Billington who's over on this left hand side. Span out the 2 tackles there, did Jack Billington, and Dewsbury get their first point in almost 3 full games of rugby league, just short of 240 minutes since they had scored a point. They've gone over on this left hand side. BBC Radio, Cumbria Sports Online into the 26th minute. It is Haven 8, Dewsbury 4.
Yeah, they've tried that a few times today, Joe. They've tried to get the big man and the little man on the left hand side, and he's eventually got over this time, but it's all started from Whitehaven. Didn't get that penalty before, the 7 set tackle, and Dewsbury made their way down there, and they've had a few dives, and Whitehaven's give it back to 6 and eventually got them. They've cracked.
So it's Billington that's gone over. It's his 4th try of the season and his 9th Dewsbury appearance so far this season, and they've been able to get over, have the Rams. And it's going to be Callum Turner who's going to have an opportunity to add on the extras here. Lucas Castle and Ross Ainley are the men that's withdrawn from the field to be replaced by Hugh Worthington and Guy Graham. And Turner's going to have the opportunity here to try and reduce the deficit down to 2 points. Carter obviously missed Whitehaven's conversions attempts for both of their tries, so Turner's going to come at this one left-footed. A lot of left-foot kickers these days. Callum Turner adds on the extras, his 21st goal of the season. BBC Radio, Cumbria Sports Online. It is Whitehaven 8, Dewsbury 6.
Yeah, Joe, it started to turn into the game now, hasn't it? I think Dewsbury's turned up. They've got a bit of luck with a couple of calls that shouldn't have went their way, but they've made everything pay, and they've got the try they wanted. Hopefully Whitehaven can defend better on this set and keep them down there.
It's going to be Jay Carter to get that game underway. Back underway. Just about to tick over into the 27th minute. Carter kick-off comes. It's going to be collected by Callum Turner. Just seemed to have lost it in the sun momentarily. Did Turner. Got it away to Bibby. Bibby's then played that ball. Come down the short side rush. Then finds Walker. Marcus Walker. Round from Graham. Gets away from Corkill. Tried to get away from Worthington, but King, Newton and Worthington all involved and fetch Marcus Walker down there, 32 metres away from their own line. Beckett, Hookham, gets it out to O'Connor. O'Connor's going to be taken down. Carter's in there, McCadden's in there. 5 short of halfway here at Dewsbury. Collinson now. He's going to get Dewsbury over that halfway line. Worthington, Newton and King all involved there to fetch him down. Butterworth likes to go down the short side, going to go early in the tackle count. Hookham drills it into the floor. Romeo's got there, but the 10 metres out here to Whitehaven. Boafo's trying to give him, and does give him, an out. And Boafo is the man to be wrapped up 12 metres out.
Yeah, it was a real good set by Dewsbury Road after the try scored, and they've worked their way down there, kicked down there and turned Whitehaven around on their own 10.
T is now the man to fetch it forward. 20 metres out. Hannigan's in there at dummy half now with Dean Gebby's looking to fetch it forward. The winger trying to help his forwards out. 30 metres out from his own line is the Papua New Guinean, trying to get a fast play of the ball. Guy Graham now, fresh onto the field. It's maybe slightly high on from Beckett, but he's done well there. Guy Graham made nearly 20 plus metres. Newton in there at dummy half, over the halfway line of Whitehaven. And Hugh Worthington now looking to fetch it forward, the Welsh international. The Celts combining. 35 metres out, it is the 5 and last. Here the Whitehaven coaching staff not happy as well with the slowing down of the play of the ball. Hannigan puts the kick high, trying to get there. It was Will Evans, but plenty of pressure put on him by Robin Restall, I should say, by Will Evans. And 5 metres out now with Dewsbury as they play this ball. Marcus Walker now looking to fetch it forward. Hannigan hits up. Ronan Dixon's onto the field. Curtis Davis is coming onto the field now as well, so changes being made by Paul March as well. Butterworth in there at dummy half. Turner gets it out. The Rams man's made it to 30 away from his own line. Butterworth now potentially trying to go for a 40-20 if the angle's right. Could be right there. Joey Romeo's got work to do. Just kept it in the field of play there as Joey Romeo. Good work from the fullback, but he's got not too much in support. Jay Carter's coming sprint there to get back into the dummy half. Boafo's now in there as well. Trying to get it there is Boafo, trying to get round that right-hand edge defence, for Dewsbury. Now Curtis here looking to fetch it forward. The backs going to have to do the hard yards in this set. Nearly pushed into touch there is Curtis Tier around the Whitehaven 30. Owen McCadden now as Jamie Doran gets a signal to get ready and come on down below us. McCadden's made it to 10 short of halfway. Newton in there at dummy half. Now Hugh Worthington. Just over half an hour gone here at the recreation ground, trying to get his arm threes, the Welsh international, but it is the 5 and last. King in there at dummy half. It's going to go left to Jake Carter, and Jamie Doran's onto the field now to replace James Newton. Collected by Lewis Carr. Carr then finds Turner. I'm looking to fetch it forward. It's Restall actually. Restall's made it 12-13 metres away from his own line. Rams now looking to fetch it forward. 3 changes apiece made by both sides now. The Rams continue to look to fetch it forward. They've grown into the game of the Dewsbury side. It's Haven 8, Dewsbury 6. Davis is in there at dummy half. So it isn't Butterworth that's left the field, so maybe Butterworth in there maybe to 13 potentially for this Dewsbury side. Davis now finds Butterworth. It's being fetched down. Good tackle there at his feet by Guy Graham. Going to be the 5 and last, just short of halfway. Jamie Doran trying to put the pressure on Jacob Hookham. Ball bounces just in front of Boafo. Bounces again. It's a wicked bounce. And eventually takes it after the third bounce as Gideon Boafo. But at that time, there's plenty of pressure being put on him. And it means that Dewsbury starting this 10 metres out as Noah High is getting ready on to make his Whitehaven debut, or getting ready to come on. And he's going to be replacing Ryan King, so maybe going to be going in there at 13 is Noah High, maybe Guy Graham in there at 13. We'll soon find out in a few moments. 32 minutes gone here. BBC Radio, Cumbria Sport Online. Jamie Doran in there at dummy half. Whitehaven playing the ball 20 metres out. Guy Graham, he's now the man to fetch it forward. He's made it to 27, 28 metres away. King not happy about being brought off.
No, that's not
happy. Just see the sort of a nod up there to John Nicoli, as in what's all that about. Maybe not too happy with that with King. Hannigan, he's going to get that ball away. It's split Turner, and the ball's bouncing. He collects it on the second attempt there as Turner, then found Lewis Carr. Carr's then trying to get away, but his first action in a Whitehaven shirt for Noah High, so he affects that tackle. Goes right, finds Bailey O'Connor. O'Connor's looking to fetch it forward. Dewsbury definitely got some more confidence following getting over for their first try on that left hand side. Just trying to see who that may be in the Dewsbury shirt. It's Callum Turner. It's a long pass from dummy half to Turner. Missed 2 or 3 players out. 10 short of halfway. Davis is in there. Now finds Kieran Rush. Noah High's put the shot there on Kieran Rush. Referee Cameron Worsley, don't think he's saying that. Neither does the touch judge. No one. And then it's going to be Ronan Dixon. Still not stopped the game as Rush is down. Surprised. Got away with that one, did Noah High, and then he's trying to put some pressure on there. Kick comes and it's right down the throat of Joey Romeo. And then Joey Romeo at the fetch it forward. He's back up, he's Rush, and back in the going to take his place back in the defensive line, having a word with the touch judge, and it's going to be a penalty here for Whitehaven.
Whitehaven needed that, Joe. I think they're out on the feet. Whitehaven think Dewsbury's upped it, and they've put it on Whitehaven in the last 10 minutes. They've been the better team. So
they got themselves in that washing machine, haven't they?
Yeah,
that washing machine effect since Dewsbury had got over. Yeah,
they've got in the rut now, Joe, and they've been completing well. I think Whitehaven, the High was lucky then. I think it was a penalty giveaway then, but the ref didn't see it.
And Jay Carter trying to get as much length as possible on that kick and couldn't beat the winger on that side. Far too long, you'd think, from Jay Carter. Just needed to make sure he found touch. Was going for the spectacular 40+ metre kick, and Dewsbury's kept it in the field of play. Marcus Walker's now the man to be wrapped up. 10 short of halfway. Curtis Davis is in there at dummy half. Goes right into the hands of Restall. Restall fetched down just short of halfway. Davis goes right. Butterworth pops it up.
Tackle.
Good tackle there from Guy Graham. Nearly lost it in the tackle, did Ronan Dixon. Done well to keep hold of it. Davis scoots away from Guy Graham. Hannigan tries to put the tackle on. Corkill, High, and then Hannigan all involved. 35 out of this Dewsbury side. Kieran Rush in there at dummy half. Goes right into the hands of Butterworth. Going to take it to the line and then offered it out to Hookham. Then affects the tackle there. Does Owen McCarran. Then going to be picked up by Jay Carter. Says it's going to come off the hands of Owen McCarran. I don't think it did. I think it's just that the tackle was that time that he thrown it backwards.
His impact, Joe. It was play on that.
And referee Cameron Worsley is going to say come off the hands of Owen McCarran, and it's going to be a scrum down heading feet to Dewsbury. Another 50-50 call there. You think that's gone in favour of the Rams. We make it just short of 5 minutes to go here at the recreation ground. That's just us keeping time. Still no scoreboard in operation here at the recreation ground. It's going to be Davies waiting outside of the back of the scrum. Then comes left now from the scrum to Rush. Rush then finds Walker. Walker's trying to get around Will Evans, but he can't do. 20 metres out here are the visitors. Into the hands then of Jack Billington. Billington picked up and dumped. Graham's in there, High's in there. To the left hand side of the post, 15 metres out, going right now. Into the hands of Dixon. Dixon trying to get away from Jamie Doran, but he's taken down. Graham's involved in that tackle as well. Davis is going to go right into the hands of Jacob Hookham. Back inside then to Jack Bibby. Bibby's pulled down 2-3 metres short. Davis in there, then going to be Ronan Dixon. Gets the offload away into the hands of Davies. Curtis Davies, he's going to be over on that left hand side. Dewsbury take the lead. Dewsbury take the lead here at the recreation ground, and here I tell you what, in the last 10-12 minutes they're definitely right for it at Dewsbury Rams. We're making 4 minutes to the half-time break here at the recreation ground, and it's now Haven 8, Dewsbury 10.
Yeah, Dewsbury deserved that, Jordan. They've been the better team for the last 10 minutes. They've done what Whitehaven did to them the first 10 minutes. They've really ran a lot harder. I think the subs have made a big difference for Dewsbury, bringing a lot of energy off the bench, and Whitehaven are struggling now, Jordan. They need to get in at half-time and regroup.
John Gawley had said that he didn't want to see complacency from his side, and I'm not saying that they've seen any sort of complacency, I'll be honest, but ever since they've gone them 2 tries, they've just got back into this contest of Dewsbury.
A couple of bad penalties and a miss kick to touch doesn't help, and the referee Dewsbury's calls, and Whitehaven can't keep Dewsbury at the moment. They've done nothing special, Dewsbury. They're just going up the middle, ran hard, played the ball fast, and they just have had another dive over then.
That error compounded from Jay Carter, not able to find touch. Tried to go for too much length, did Dewsbury. Did Jay Carter, and it's born to the advantage of the visitors. Callum Turner still lining up the conversion. Curtis Davis' 3rd try of the season. Just lining up this conversion attempt now. In line is Callum Turner. We make it 2.5 to go to the half-time break. Turner comes at it left-footed. Whitehaven 8, Dewsbury 12, and after 16 minutes I didn't think I'd be seeing a scoreline like that. We'd seen Whitehaven had made a much better start, but Dewsbury grew into the contest, and ever since Jack Billington went over on that left-hand side, Shacks, they have been a much better side and all good for their 4-point advantage.
Yeah, they've been the better side, Joe. They've took control, they've completed well, they've kicked well, they've chased. A lot of energy off the bench. I think the subs have made a big impact for Dewsbury, and Whitehaven's haven't helped them. Yeah, I think just Whitehaven need to get back into the ground, stop giving penalties away, and leaving itself out, Joe.
It's going to be Jamie Doran with the kick-off on this occasion. It's going to be collected there. I say collected. Callum Turner, I think, lost it in the sun once again. He bounced in favour into the hands of Ronan Dixon. And Dixon's going to play this ball, 18 metres from his own line. Davies in there at dummy half. Bibby now gets it to a metre short of his own 30. Davies comes down this left-hand side with Rush. Rush then just pops it up to Billington. Billington's going to be pulled down. 37 away from his own line. Butterworth now runs it across the line. Then finds Ronan Dixon. Dixon is going to be pulled down. Good tackling there by Guy Graham. That's a good battle emerging that we'll see going into the second half. Turner's trying to get around the Whitehaven defence, but he's hauled down by Jamie Doran. McCann involved there as well. 5 and last, just over the halfway line here for Whitehaven. Going to go right into the hands of Jacob Hookham. Hookham's going to get the kick away. It's going to bounce kindly into the hands of Joey Romeo, but he's got plenty of work to do, and he's got a good defensive line from Dewsbury in front of him. So Romeo makes it 12 metres away from his own line. Gebby's in line in weight at dummy half. He finds the pass to Buwafo. Just had to lean for it a little bit forward there, did the on-loan London Bronco. Dornan in there now. Goes into the hands of Carter. Carter then finds Tia. Tia has to come back inside. Try to get away from Brad Graham, but he's not been able to. We make it 30 seconds to the half-time break. Maybe a couple of seconds either way of that. Hugh Worthington now, and this is going to be, he's going to have to go down. He's Hugh Worthington. Guy Graham was there on the dummy run, but run right in front of the Welsh international. 30 metres out. Doran in there. Going to come across to Hannigan. Hannigan there, there's a little gap that had just opened. He's going to be the 5 and last. Jamie Doran's going to look to put the kick in from dummy half. It's going to just fall kindly, and there it is, the hooter. We were spot on the 40 minutes here at the recreation ground, and it is half time, and it's Haven that going to go in to the half time break. 4 points down. Well, good for their 8-12 advantage of the half time break, Shacks.
Yeah, they were really good during the second the second half of that first half, and I think they've come out here with the tails of Dewsbury. I think if they keep it going the way they are, they're going to be in with a shout. Whitehaven need to sort it out early, and I think if Whitehaven get the way they were playing that first half, I think Whitehaven should be good to kick on with this game and finish it off, but we'll wait and see. So
just waiting for Reece Butterworth it was, but now game is back underway from the boot of Jake Carter. Going to be collected on the full by Kieran Rush. And just if you are joining us, a reminder, Whitehaven 8, Dewsbury 12 at the half-time break. Dewsbury now attacking the railway end in the second half. Whitehaven will be attacking the Kells end as it's going to be Bibby looking to fetch it forward, but he's sort of 30 metres away now from his own line. Davis in there at dummy half finds Ronan Dixon. Dixon just runs it forward and hard and made 10 metres there. McCarran's in there, Graham's in there, Jamie Doran was the first man off. Davis going to look to go, shouting for the knock on as you made down the Whitehaven catch staff down below us. Turner's just get 1, 2, 3, 4 Whitehaven defenders were eventually being pulled down. Hasn't made too many metres, did Turner, and he's struggling there. Turner has got up to play the ball. It's a 5 and last. Rush got up to play the ball in. Joey Romeo collects it on the full. He was sort of struggling with the sun as Callum Turner was towards the through the first half, and Romeo's made it to 11 or 12 metres away from his own line. Doran's going to be lining weight at dummy half. Buwafo now looking to fetch it forward. He's been pulled down short of his own 20, looking to come down the short side. There's only Curtis Tates there for Jamie Doran as an option, but he's made 13-14 metres before being stopped there. Is Curtis Tier plays the ball now. Jamie Doran gets around one man, does Doran, and he's pulled down only a metre short of halfway. Carter in there at dummy half now. Welsh international Worthington is now the man to fetch it forward. He's found the Dewsbury 40. It is the 5 and last. Doran's going to look to come down this left-hand side to Carter. Carter's going to put it high. You can hear the shouts of James Newton, I think, saying get up there, try and put some pressure on. There wasn't too much pressure put on, but Turner's now wrapped up. Pulled down 18 metres away from the Whitehaven line. Restall now looking to fetch it forward. 2 minutes gone in the second half. Still 8-12 in favour of the visitors. Marcus Walker now comes in from the centre berth to try and help his teammates out. Spent a good few months here on loan, did Marcus Walker, back in 2022. Made the way up to their own 40 there through Jack Billington. Have Dewsbury Davis is in there at dummy half. He scooted and made sort of 5 or 6 metres before being pulled down short of halfway. It is now the 5 and last. Butterworth's jumped in at dummy half on this occasion. Going to go left into the hands of Kieran Rush. Rush is going to get that kick in. Joey Romeo's just going to settle and get underneath it, and then immediately finds Papua New Guinea Dean Gebby. Trying to find broken Phil. There is Gebby, but not able to do so. He's wrapped up 20 metres out. Romeo puts himself in at dummy half. Now Buafo calls for the high shot there on the London loanee, but nothing coming from the man in the middle. And it's now Curtis Tia. Pulled down 10 short of halfway. Dornan in there at dummy half. Now finds Owen McCarran. McCarran continues to pump his legs, and he's pulled down a metre short of halfway. Doran then gets across to Hugh Worthington. Trying to get his arm free for an offload there is Worthington, but makes another 3 or 4 metres post contact, does the Welsh international. Leads the 5 and last. 37 metres out. Carter now going to get that cook up once again. Trying to put pressure. McCann leading the chase, but called offside, so has to wait and give him 10. And Hannigan's being caught there in that tackle, and it's now going to be immediate stoppage. Went down straight away there, did Lachlan Hannigan. Just being caught maybe by a stray finger or something there. Nothing malicious at all in it, but fell off the tackle immediately, did Lachlan Hannigan.
Yeah, I think he caught a flying elbow, Jordan, in the head while he was defending. Whitehaven, they need to put more pressure on when they're putting them kicks up, Jordan. They get people around and put pressure on the fullback catching it. He's taking it too easy. He's making 10 yards every time he gets away, letting him off with it.
Get some scores from elsewhere around Rugby League so far this afternoon. All these are still half-time scores, or majority of them are. Salford 10, St Helens 6, Bradford Bulls 26, Doncaster 0, Featherstone 18, York Knights 6, Sheffield 6, Widnes 15, Swinton 0, Barrow 20, Wakefield 28, Halifax 6. Dropping down into League 1, couple of full-time scores. Cornwall 0, Keighley 26, Newcastle 4, North Wales Crusaders 42. Back underway at Hunslet 12, Rochdale 24, and still half-time at Derwent Park. Workington 0, Oldham 8. Back underway here at the Recreation Ground. Well, we were back underway. Referee Cameron Worsley wasn't quite happy with something. Tells him to go back and play the ball, and he does. So back underway eventually. The second attempt. Restall now is the man looking to fetch it forward. He's pulled back. Hannigan's involved, showing no ill effects. Noah High involved as well, the loanee from Waddington Wolves. Spins out to one tackle there, does the Dewsbury man, gets away from Worthington, but Hannigan gets involved, and as does it's High once again. So Ronan Dixon now looking to fetch him forward for Dewsbury. He's got Dewsbury within 8 metres of the halfway line. Davis waiting in there at dummy half. Going to look to come right into the hands of Jacob Hookham. Trying to get away from McCallum there was Hookham, and it's called the forward pass. I think it was the pass from potentially, was it from Davis to Graham? But it is called forward, and it's going to be a scrum down heading feed here to Whitehaven. They've got him an opportunity with some field position to start on halfway.
Yeah, Whitehaven's put the pressure on there, Joe. Really good line speed. It was forward, it was right on line with us, and hopefully Whitehaven can make the most of this and try and turn Dewsbury around and keep them pinned down their half.
One man who didn't think it was forward was Paul March, was also right down in front of us, and he just turned around, started laughing and shook his head. So he doesn't agree with Cameron Worley's decision, but
no, it was forward definitely.
It's in favour of Whitehaven. So Carter now feeds a scrum. Doran out the back of it, finds Will Evans, and Evans is going to take Whitehaven over that halfway line. 5 short of the Dewsbury 40. 6 again called. Gebby gets away from one before getting the offload then into the hands of Joey Romeo. Trying to find a gap there is Joey Romeo. Just elects now eventually he's got to know he's got to run it forward. He wasn't going to find a gap in the defence. 32 metres out. Doran in there at dummy half. Finds Hugh Worthington. Good run from the Welsh international. Keeps his legs pumping. Made 15 metres there before being brought down is Worthington. Doran offers it, and then finds Jake Carter. Carter then finds Curtis Tier. Fumbles it to Tier, but grabs it at the second attempt. 12-13 metres out to the left hand side of the post, attacking the Kells end in the second half of Whitehaven. Guy Graham, the man put down onto his back to the left hand side of the post, 5 metres out, if that. Jamie Doran's in there, then finds Hugh Worthington looking for his first try in a Whitehaven shirt. He's going to be held up over the line there. Is Hugh Worthington put round onto his back. Good defence from the visitors. 6 minutes gone in the second half, still remains Haven 8, Dewsbury 12. So Worthington's going to come back and play this ball, 5 and last, just to the left hand side of the post. Which way do they go, Whitehaven? They go right. Carter had to bend his back for it. Hannigan with the kick to the corner, rises the highest. Does Papua New Guinea at a Dingaby? Is he just going to be pulled down short? Is the Papua New Guinea? He rose the highest to get ahead. I think it'll be Lewis Carr on that right hand side, but the Dewsbury defence come to Carr's rescue and just hauled Gebby short, and it means they're going to have to go 99 metres to get anything from this set, but they've got some work to do, and it's going to be an older knock on. Fantastic shot put in there. I think it's from Noah High, the low knee. Fantastic work, and it means it's actually going to be a penalty, I think, then for descent.
Yeah, he's talked back to the refs to give a penalty job.
So it's no longer going to be a scrum down, it's going to be you imagine Whitehaven will just take a tap of you, and they're going to have a fresh set of 6. As we go into the 48th minute here on BBC Radio Cumbria Sports Online, Jimmy Beckett just been pulled out. It must be the Dewsbury captain, just been having a word with referee Cameron Worsley. He just tells his winger on that side, which is Lewis Carr, shut up and get on with it. And Worthington is now the man to fetch the ball forward following the tap. He's pulled down it mustn't be any more than a metre out. Guy Graham now trying to barge his way over. He's got the ball down there. It's Guy Graham. Yes, he has. I'll be honest, referee Marc Shackley shook his head and thought that was the wrong decision. It's still come off for Whitehaven, however, and it is the 3rd try of the season for Guy Graham. It scores a level. It is Haven 12, Dewsbury 12.
Yeah, Guy's got his try for the season, and to be honest, I didn't think it was over from where I'm sitting, Joe, but they will take it. Whitehaven, they've got back at level with Dewsbury now, and hopefully we can kick on and take it away from them.
Missed out last week. Guy Graham was unavailable for selection, was the Scottish international, but come back into the team this afternoon and got his 3rd of the season to level scores up, and an opportunity now for Jay Carter to try and notch over his first conversion attempt of the afternoon and try and give Whitehaven an advantage. Whitehaven have won the last 3 against Dewsbury, won 6 of the last 10. They'll be hoping to try and kick on now, and hoping not to give Dewsbury their 2nd win of the season. Carter adds on the extras to mean gives Whitehaven retake the lead here at the recreation ground. Just about to tick over into the 49th minute. It is Haven 14, Dewsbury 12, BBC Radio Cumbria Sports Online.
Yeah, Whitehaven started very well this second half, Joe. I think they've really pressed it. They've passed the ball about. They started the game on now, and I think this is a really important set now to just complete, kick well, and try and keep Dewsbury pinned down the whole line.
Certainly.
He's still not happy about that try.
So kind of been Cardiff, it must have been rest all on that side.
Yeah.
Unless they've swapped wings and just told them to get on with it. I think they might have done, actually. Turner with the kick-off. Saying all offside from the kick-off. You could hear a few of them shouting, including Marc Shackley next to me. Felt that they were all in front, but Adingaby collects it on the bounce and fetches it forward as the Papua New Guinea. He's pulled down 18 metres away from his own line. Hannigan in there at dummy half. Comes across then to Rio Corkill. Corkill spinning out to that tackle, trying to maybe get his arm free, but he's 23 metres out now as he plays his ball. Doran in there. There's only one marker. One had fell down. Joey Romeo's going to make it to his own 40. He's taking them back a big 10 there. He's referee Cameron Worsley. Lachlan Hannigan now is going to take Whitehaven over halfway. Only a metre short now actually of the Dewsbury 40. Good run from the Whitehaven halfback. In there at dummy half, Jamie Doran runs it across the line. They're not breaking through, they're really through there is Jamie Doran, pulled down at the last minute. 5 and last, 30 metres out from the Dewsbury line. Going to go right into the hands of Hannigan. Hannigan just going to hold it high. Gebby's trying to get there. He's going to knock it forward. Yeah, knocked it forward. It's into the hands of Jay Carter, but it was a good 2 or 3 yards forward into the hands of Jay Carter, and it's going to be a turnover ball.
Yeah, it's on a bad end to the set for Whitehaven. We've got Dewsbury on their 10 and hopefully defend it well and keep them down.
Play the ball to Dewsbury. Marcus Walker's the man looking to fetch it forward. Good defence there from Whitehaven to push him back 5-10 metres. Who's involved? Jamie Doran and Noah High. He looks really good in defence so far as Noah High, the 19-year-old. Come recommended by Gary Chambers, of course. Cumbrian in charge of youth down there at Waddington. Curtis Davison at dummy half. Gets it across to this right-hand edge. It'll be Bailey O'Connor that's going to be wrapped up. Butterworth now, then puts it out the back to Rush. Lachlan Hannigan nearly put the mother, and I mean the mother of all shots there on Kieran Rush. Just spotted it there, did Kieran Rush, and was able to get away from him. Otherwise, it could have been in the next week. But Ronan Dixon's another man now to fetch it forward. And he's going to be the 5 and last, still short of their own 40 on this occasion at Dewsbury. Davies is in there at dummy half, going to go left to Kieran Rush. Rush is going to get that kick away, but Waffle trying to get to it and does get to it on the full, collects it on the Whitehaven 20. And nearly through there is the London Lawney. 36-37 metres away from the Whitehaven line. Curtis T is now the man to fetch it forward. Ryan King's coming on the field to replace Guy Graham. Carter in there at dummy half, then Owen McCadam leads Whitehaven over the halfway line, does the Australian. Jamie Doran lining weight at dummy half, going to come left into the hands of Curtis Tier. Whitehaven definitely getting back on the front foot here, trying to find some go forward and momentum. 25 out, King with ball in hand, the Italian international. He's pulled down, 12 metres out, just in line with the right hand side post. Jamie Doran, 5 and last, puts a little kick through. McCarran trying to get there, they're going to have to knock it dead at Dewsbury. Lewis Carr knocks it dead, forced the goal line drop out to Whitehaven.
Whitehaven turn the screw now. Jordan, really good set there, quick, plenty of scoots. Jamie's been playing clever, up eyes up, and he's been scooting away, he's been dictating the game last 5 minutes, Jamie. Exactly
what you want from Jamie Doran when you're fetching him on the field. Obviously he's got that organisation in old brain.
Yeah, he brings something different from Newt at 9. He thinks different than Newt, so he's a lot more eyes up and a lot more forward. Positive play by Jamie.
Goal line dropout comes. It's going to bounce twice before bouncing kindly into the hands of Jay Carter, who just collects it 40 metres out and finds Hugh Worthington, and Worthington's going to be eventually, great work from Hugh Worthington, eventually put down. 21-22 metres out. Jamie Doran's in there at dummy half, goes right into the hands of Noah High. Haven't said his name an awful lot in attack, but has looked very good in defence, has the youngster.
Yeah, he's brought loads of energy, hasn't he?
Doran now finds King. King then out the back and across to Hugh Worthington on the cross ball. He's pulled down 2 metres short, is Hugh Worthington. Doran in there at dummy half. Opposite round once, twice. Has he got it down? Has he got it down? The post has come to Dewsbury's saviour. King's in there at dummy half. Going to go right, and there is the young man. Just said, I haven't said his name an awful lot in attack, but he has crossed on that right hand side as Noah High, and it's back to back tries from Whitehaven. It's now Haven 18, Dewsbury 12, with an opportunity to restore their 8-point advantage.
Great play by Ryan King, went in at 9 because Jamie got tackled. And then he looked up, seeing that the defence was wide, and he swept him in, and Nathan Eyes went through the gap and got his first try in Kells End. All the boys were happy for him and on his back.
Yeah, first try for Noah High, the young Waddington Wolves Lawney. He's a Cumbrian, of course. He's from Dalton and spent time playing at Dalton before making the move further down towards the M62 corridor. Spent some time at Wigan St Jude's before getting signed up by the Waddington Wolves a few years ago, and now making his first competitive action at this sort of level, and he goes over for his first try at this level. Fantastic for the young man.
Yeah, he's been good, Judd. He's made a difference when he's come off the bench. He's defended really well. He's been energised. He's been aggression into the team, and that was his road then, pushing up with King in. He's got his try on the sticks, and Whitehaven are starting to get back to it now, John, and completing well and putting the pressure back on Dewsbury.
Jake Carter adds the extras. Haven 20 now, Dewsbury Rams 12, and similar to what we see in the start from Whitehaven, what we've seen in the first half. Just Jonty Gawley will be hoping his side can keep on top of it now and don't let Dewsbury back in like we did in the first half.
That's it, Joe. Like we've seen this before, maybe the half before. Hopefully we can learn from that and we just keep going the way we are. I think Jonty's given the ball up at half time and it's worked.
Callum Turner with the kick off. They were out early, were the Whitehaven players, from the half time break, a good 2 or 3 minutes before they needed to be. I think Jonty Gawley had said all he needed to say, and he left it in the arms of his players. And it's going to be a penalty here as Dean Gebbies being held down far too long, and Jake Carter now with an opportunity to put this ball into touch, which he did, of course, fail to do on the first half. Maybe it looks to be Lachlan Hannigan who's going to take it on this occasion, but it's just an opportunity for Whitehaven to get the ball further down the field and get themselves some field position.
Yeah, Paul Marshall pulling his hair out. That's what Dewsbury need to get back in this game. Whitehaven will take this now, hopefully complete well to get down there, and we kick well and we keep them down there, George.
Waiting for a ball. Only ball boy, it's on that Popular side. He sat 10 metres away from the Whitehaven try line, so it took a little bit longer than to get that ball. And now Evans takes a tap and finds Rio Corkill. Corkill trying to get an extra metre or two going backwards there. He's playing this ball 8 short of halfway. Jamie Doran offers it and then eventually then gives it to Hugh Worthington, who just takes Whitehaven over the halfway line in centre field here. The home side. 56.5 minutes gone here at the recreation ground. King trying to get it back on the right hand side, but elects to take the ball on himself, does the Italian international. Doran scoots from dummy half, looking to put a little kick in, just trying to put some pressure on in that right hand side corner. Callum Turner's had to get to it, trying to get him, not just going to nail him behind his own try line there, but playing this ball only a metre out. This Dewsbury side, they've got plenty of work to do to try and clear the lines here.
Yeah, great kick by Jamie. They went early, didn't they? And the guys went on. We've got them down there on the third 3 metres out. Now we've got to keep them down there. No penalties.
Hugh Worthington fetches Lewis Carr down. Davis in there at dummy half. Got the ball into the hands of Jacob Hookham. I don't think that was high. I don't think it was. It was close, don't get me wrong. I think he's just come behind there as Owen McCannon. He's just caught Hookham more on the shoulder rather than anything else, but he was coming from behind, so might have just caught him. Referee Cameron Worsley gives the penalty, and this ball's going to come towards us here in the grandstand.
Yeah, Dewsbury needed that.
I think the touch judge has given him an extra 2 or 3 metres there. That ball's hit there and he's standing there. He's given him an extra 2 or 3 metres as a touch judge, but Hookham's going to take the tap exactly on halfway. Davies then finds Beckett, then finds Louis Collinson. Collinson eventually is going to be put down. Dornan's involved, Hannigan's involved, Corkill's involved. They're 42 metres away from the Whitehaven line here at Dewsbury. Rush gets it back on the inside towards Jack Billington. Billington's taken down. Hannigan's involved once again. Jamie Dornan's involved once again. Rio Corkill's also involved once again. So Kieran Rush now trying to go down that left hand side. Got away from Noah High, but Hannigan's involved once again. Back to back tackles. Will Evans, it's trio tackles actually. Will Evans involved on that occasion now as well. But sort of 18 out here at Dewsbury. A couple of metres in from the Popular side touchline. Finds Hookham. Coming left to right into the hands of Bailey O'Connor. Connor's looking to come back inside. Tries to get away from one. Gets away from two. Does get away from Jamie Doran. Back in the middle now. Hannigan's in there. King's in there. Noah High's in there as well. 10 metres out now in middle of the field of Dewsbury. Davies is going to go left into the hands of Kieran Rush, takes it to the line and gets it across to Billington. Billington nearly stretching for the lines to 5 and last, and only 2-3 metres out here. Dewsbury. Rush in there, comes across then to Turner, comes across to Hookham. Knock on there to Jacob Hookham. It was a poor pass from Callum Turner. He had to bend his back to Jacob Hookham and just couldn't take it cleanly, and we're just short of the hour mark here. It's going to be a turnover ball. Whitehaven start 15 away from their own line.
Yeah, they let Whitehaven off there. I think Whitehaven are looking a bit tired now, Joe. They could do some subs in the middle and get the interchanges on. They let them away with that one. Looks like Newt's come back on. Yeah,
James Newton's getting ready to come on down below us. He's going to be for Jamie Doran, as you'd expect. Carter's jumped in a dummy half for Gideon Mwafo here. McCannon's now looking to fetch it forward, just throws off Bailey O'Connor, but can't throw off the two of the other Dewsbury defenders round him. Trying to find Mwafo there with Whitehaven, but couldn't get the ball across fast enough away from the Dewsbury defence. Newton in there at dummy half, 10 short of halfway. Worthington's trying to get through here. Playing the ball exactly on halfway now. Gebby's jumped in there at dummy half, and he likes a broken line defence as the Papua New Guinean. He's got a Weir, still not clear. Finds Will Evans. Evans is on that right hand side. Will Evans is on the right hand side. Throws it back inside to Dean Gebby. Fantastic, absolutely fantastic team try from Whitehaven. All stemmed from the run from the Papua New Guinean Dean Gebby, and he's been rewarded with the 4-pointer, but massive shout and massive assist from Will Evans on the right hand side. It's Haven 24, Dewsbury 12.
Yeah, great shot, Joe. Gebby picked it up in the middle, just went out for the scoot and see where he get there. He broke a line, found Will Evans, and Will Evans has pulled a great pass out round the fullback with one arm, and Gebby's been in support. It's a great team try Really good, George.
6th try of the season for the Papua New Guinean. Oh no, sorry, my apologies. That's a 3, not a 5, so it's his 4th try of the season. In his 9th appearance. Struggled when he first come into the team, didn't he? But John Goalies sent him away, had a few weeks. He'd spent time with Lee Butterworth at the local gym and proper put him through a training camp, and he's looking all the better for it. He's the Papua New Guinean. Yeah,
Johnny made a big call, he was one of your big signings and not putting him in and said he'd get fit, and it looks like he's went away. I've seen a few things he's been doing with Lee, and he looks like he's in great condition now, and it's just shown now how he's took plenty of ball in to work hard today, John. He was great then, he just picked the ball out from hook and he just thought, I'm going to go for this, and he broke a line and found Will Evans, a great pass.
Jake Carter is going to be the man now to line up this conversion. It's 2 from 4 after he missed his opening 2, but then added the extras on the last 2 occasions in the second half as Jake Carter make that 3 out of 5 and 3 from 3 in the second half for Jake Carter. Makes it Whitehaven 26, Dewsbury Rams 12, and it's a little bit more comfortable out there now there, Marc Shackley.
Yeah, I think Whitehaven's been good this second half, Joe. I think they've been credited for what Johnny's told them at half time. They've come out and done it, Joe. I think it's a long way back for Dewsbury now. I think if they need to score next, definitely. If Whitehaven get the next one, I think that's game over.
BBC Radio, Cumbria Sports Online, we're just about to tick over into the 62nd minute here at the Recreation Ground. Championship Rugby League, it's Whitehaven 26, Dewsbury Rams 12, trying to go short of Dewsbury, but it's neither here nor there. But Waffle's going to collect. It was too long for the short kick and too short for the long kick really there from Dewsbury. It was, like I say, neither here nor there. Bailey Dawson, who's just been introduced, was the man who was trying to get there, but Waffle were able to collect it easily, and Whitehaven are wrapped up 35 away from their own line, 15 short of halfway. It's now Ryan King to fetch it forward. He's going to play this ball, 3 metres away maybe from the halfway line. Newton lining way to dummy half. 6 again called in favour of Whitehaven. Going to go right into the hands of Rio Corkill. Over the halfway line now of Whitehaven. Newton in there at dummy half. Going to look to go down the short side again. Dean Gebby's in there. He's trying to get his arm threes. He's going to be putting it in the touch. He is. They had early joy on the wings, didn't they, Whitehaven, in the first half, but since then they've been putting the touch on a couple of occasions, and you can see the frustration of the players on this left hand side. McCann was unhappy, Jake Carter was unhappy, but it's going to be scrum down, head and feed to the Rams. Yeah, he didn't need to do that, Gabby. I think he's been a bit overconfident from what happened before, but no, at least he's trying things, and Whitehaven will have to defend well now, try and keep Dewsbury out. Initially it's a good scrum down, but then remembered to play the ball these days. It's just going to be, is it a one-on-one? So if it's a one-on-one knock-on, or if it's a knock-on each, I'm just waiting to see. Yeah, so it was ruled to be ripped out by Whitehaven on a one-on-one strip. So he's now going to be a scrum down, head and feet to Dewsbury. Yeah, I thought that you had got it then, but he must have knocked it on as he ripped it out. So scrum's going to take place sort of 25 metres out from the Dewsbury line, centre field. Callum Turner's looking to be the man to fetch it forward. He's wrapped up McCarran and Tia. A few metres short of his own 40. Bailey Dawson, I think was it 1 or 2 games he potentially played for Whitehaven on loan a couple of seasons ago now. 10 short of halfway. Davies in there. Beckett then comes across to Rush. Turner then finds Marcus Walker. That is forward. It's only the 3 yards forward. Walker was pushed back while he was trying to push that, but get that ball across to Restall on that side. They have swapped wings as Carr and Restall. And it's going to be scrum down, head and feed here to Whitehaven. I don't just over the halfway line. I don't think he actually passed that. I think that was just the impact of the tackle. He come out. Whichever way, it's been ruled a forward pass, and it is going to be a scrum down, head and feed just over the halfway line. And Whitehaven's going to have an opportunity here to get some very decent field position. We make it just over 15 minutes to go. So Lucas Castle's getting ready to come back on down below. Ball's held in the scrum. Newton comes right then to Joey Romeo. Romeo's going to make the Dewsbury 40. There's going to be a penalty here. It looks like Dewsbury pinned for offside at the scrum. And Paul March just down below us just sort of puffs his cheeks out and goes, what am I meant to do? Not too much you can do as a head coach when they're giving penalties away like offside at scrums. No, it's frustrating for him. He's getting frustrated. He's threw his hands around a bit the second half, hasn't he? Lachlan Hannigan's going to put the ball into touch, made sort of 17-18 metres. Whitehaven are going to start 22 metres out here from this Dewsbury line. Evans takes the tap, runs it forward, does the Welsh international. course, joined us here on BBC Radio Cumbria Sport last week. Lining weight now is James Newton, comes into the hands of Hugh Worthington. Good run, powerful run from the Welsh international.
Yeah, he's been good today, George.
Takes 3 men to get him down, just to the left hand side of the post now, but Whitehaven within 6 metres, comes across to Noah High, looking for his second of the afternoon, and he's got over his Noah High. Fantastic work from the Warrington Loanee. So that's 6 tries, and 4 of them have come from Lawneys who were on debut this afternoon. He's back-to-back tries from Buwafo earlier doors, and now Noah High scored 2 in the second half here at the Recreation Ground. Whitehaven extend their lead. It's Whitehaven 30, Dewsbury Rams 12. We make it 14 to go to the full-time hooter.
Yeah, it all come from that new Worthington's drive, Joe. I think he's played well there, Hugh. He took a ball in there and took him 20 yards, and then Noah's just trying a great line, unders again, and he's got his other try, and he's right in Kel's end and plays for the young guy.
You know what it's like as a youngster, Shacks, making that. Obviously you spent a lot of time at Warrington, and what sort of sacrifice you're giving. You're maybe not going out with your mates anymore, you're not doing this, you're not doing that, and it's the young lad's coming up to Cumbria on loan, and he's shown his worth out there.
Yeah, this will do him well. They're good coming up here and playing in this league, especially always playing reserves at Warrington. It's a tough league, but to come and play against men at these standard semi-pro guys, it'll do him well. They're good going forward.
Jake Carter lining up the conversion, probably his easiest of the afternoon so far. I haven't put the jinx in him on this occasion. It's now Whitehaven 32, Dewsbury Rams 12, and Whitehaven scored 4 tries there in just under 20 minutes, and it's completely changed the game round. Just after half time, of course, it was Haven 8, Dewsbury 12. It's now Haven 32, Dewsbury 12, 4 tries, 4 conversions, exactly what Whitehaven needed and wanted.
Yeah, definitely, Joe. They've started really well this second half and just kicked on from the first half how they did start, but this time they've started going. I think Dewsbury are done now. I think a lot of heads have dropped and the body language have changed, and I think they've done.
Not electing to go short on this occasion at Dewsbury. Carter collects the kick-off, and Lucas Castle slightly overrun that. It's like an old boys reunion. I've got you. I'm just watching Scott McAvoy come across. I know you were having conversations with Callum Phillips earlier on. I've seen Craig Calvert today. It's like an old boys reunion here at the Recreation Ground. They're seeing a Whitehaven victory. It looks like Whitehaven are well on their way to victory here. Newton then finds Owen McCarran. McCarran's going to take Whitehaven over their own 40, 5 or so short of halfway. It's a very slow play of the ball. And you can hear the shout there of Scott McAvoy as he's realised Marc Shackley's with us this afternoon. Joey Romeo now with ball in hand. Pulled down just over halfway. Still a couple of tackles left in the bank here to Whitehaven. Going to come across now to Ryan King. King initially just offers it up, but next to put his head down and runs forward. It is the 5 and last, 32 metres out. Going to go right into the hands of Lachlan Hannigan. Hannigan going to put it high. And Dean Gebby's trying to get there. It does collect us a Papua New Guinean boat. It's going to be easy. It's going to be a penalty for Whitehaven because Lachlan Hannigan was judged to have been taken off the after the kick, and of course these days it's a penalty from where the ball lands. Yeah,
it was a great ball. Gebby got down there. He nearly caught it, Jordan away and over. I think he's hurt himself jumping for that ball as well. Gebby, he's limping away.
He does that quite a lot, I'll be honest. He does that quite a lot. He's normally alright. He's the Papua New Guinean. But Whitehaven just over 11 minutes to go. 20-point advantage. Take the tap. Noah High is looking for a hat-trick as he runs this ball forward. It's going to be wrapped up just short. In fact, he's got to be held up over the line there as he tried to fetch it forward. So he's going to be taught to come back to the 10-metre line to play this ball. Newton's going to be lining weight at dummy half. Comes left now into the hands of Carter, and then finds King. King just elects to take the line on himself. Trying to spin out to the tackle still is Ryan King. Just in line now with the left-hand side post. 3, 4, 5 metres out maximum. Newton in there at dummy half. Going to go right into the hands then of Lucas Castle. Lachlan Hannigan. So he got that ball down. Can he spin? Or he's going to be held up over the line there as well. Whitehaven much more confidence. He's got the number 23 on there, does Lucas Castle. In the last few weeks, that's had the name taped up because it was Evan Lover's shirt, who obviously is no longer with the club. And I've just nearly went Evan Love there. I was like, no, hold on, it's Lucas Castle. But Hannigan's going to play this ball. Newton in there at dummy half. Going to come across then to Ryan King. King finds then Lucas Castle. Spins out, gets out of the tackle there, does Lucas Castle. Trying to get his arm down. He's going to be reeled up, held up over the line. That's the third one in this set. And it's still not the final tackle. 10 metres out once again. Block to go down the short right hand side. Hannigan then finds Will Evans coming back inside. He's now the 5 and last. Pulled down 2-3 metres out. Ryan King trying to get over there. He's the Italian international, and he does. Crashes over on the right hand side. It wouldn't be a Whitehaven victory if Ryan King didn't get over for the try. That's Whitehaven should be assured a victory now, and Ryan King gets over for his 7th of the season. It is Whitehaven 36, Dewsbury Rams 12. I'll very happily say it, Marc Shackley, that's all she wrote.
Yeah, that's it, game over now, George. King is getting good at them, 10 yards out, busts over. He's known for them now, King. You're not going to stop him there when he's running down under his line. And Dewsbury's tired now, the defence heads have gone down, and they look like they just want to get back on bus and go home, George.
Like you say, King powers over for his 7th of the season. He's either doing that from 10 metres out, or he's diving in a dummy half and jumping over. He's done that a couple of times as well as Ryan King. He's
been really good since he come back off the bench, hasn't he, King? He seems like he plays a lot more now with 13. His hands on the ball a lot more, and he's been good when he's come back on. He's structured them down and settled them down well.
Noah High getting applause from the grandstand down below us as Ross Ainley's come back on, but fantastic impact since he's come off the bench as well.
Yeah, he's been really good. He's been energy and aggression, and he's took his 2 tries well. George's been a real impressive debut for the young lad.
He's here for the next month, and I'm sure Whitehaven, if he carries on appearances like that, he'll be hoping to try and extend that month maybe for the rest of the season, as Jake Carter adds on his 5th conversion of the afternoon, his 5th of the half as well. He's now Whitehaven 38, Dewsbury Rams 12, and considering what was the back end of that first half, Marc Shackley, where Dewsbury really got on top, you maybe wanted Whitehaven to play slightly better, but you maybe didn't expect something like this in the second half.
No, Whitehaven's been really good second half. Dewsbury haven't come out the change rooms yet, George, have they? They were nothing like that, but that maybe because Whitehaven didn't play as well and they dropped the guard, so all credit to Whitehaven. I think they've been brilliant in the second half. I think Johnny's must have given them a talent, and they've come out and delivered. 30
unanswered points in the second half so far from Whitehaven. And Curtis Teague collects what is a slightly shorter kick-off once again from Dewsbury. Collects it on his own 30. Carter in there at dummy half, then finds Lucas Castle. We make it 8 to go here at the recreation grounds. BBC Radio, Cumbria Sports Online trying to get up and play the ball here. Lucas Castle, he's very, very slow. Newton in there at dummy half, come down the short side, finds Jake Carter. Carter's then going to be pulled down a metre short of halfway. Newton in weight at dummy half, goes right into the hands of King. King takes it to the line and just pushes Bailey Dawson off. Curtis Davis is in there, as is Jimmy Beckett to bring King down. 43 metres away from the Dewsbury line now, into the hands of Ross Ainley, who's just come back on the field to replace Noah High. 5 and last, 32 metres out, going to go right into the hands of Hannigan. It's going to be Gebby on the chase once again. If he can get there, the Papua New Guinean, he can't, and it's going to be just pulled back. Going to force him behind the own line. Fantastic work. He couldn't get there. Could have Dean Gebby to put the challenge on the ball in the air, but he's done the next best thing. He's waiting until Callum Turner, the second his feet hit the floor, and he's pushed him back 11 or 12 metres. Goal line, drop out force.
Sin bin some of them, George. Put someone in the bin.
So that's going to be for descent. It's going to be, could be, I think Callum Turner is not quite happy with that.
No, I think he said something to the ref about the decision, but the ref was right. I think Gebby and the guys have dragged him back 15 yards. He was still on his feet, he was still moving. The ref done the right thing.
So Dewsbury going to finish the rest of this game with 12 here at the recreation ground. Goal line dropout collected by Lucas Castle, and then finds, Jake Carter, who then finds Lucas Castle, runs it hard and forward, does Lucas Castle, and he's got to make 25 metres out. Newton in there at dummy half. Owen McCarran fetches it forward. He's made he's got to 15 out. Newton in there at dummy half, just to the left hand side of the post. It is 6 again, once again. King now. Get to the cross then to Ross Ainley. Still searching for his first China Whitehaven shirt. Is Ross Ainley. He's not going to get it on this occasion. He's pulled down. Newton in there at dummy half. And that is Lucas Castle. He's just short. I think he's called for the forward pass there to Lucas Castle, I think, from James Newton.
King is happy there, wanted out the back, didn't he?
Yeah, it's going to be scrum down, head and feed to Dewsbury, 10 metres out. And then James Newton said something out to turn. Not enough for a sin binning, but he gives a penalty away. Should know better as a captain, to be fair.
Yeah, he should, Newt. Frustration, I think.
Yeah, a bit of frustration out there, but when you're 26 points up, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter, does it, Charles?
No. I'd rather keep them down there. You've given Dewsbury a let out now, so they'll have to defend well. Whitehaven here. So
they're starting this on their own 40. They haven't made too many metres on that this tackle there. Davies finds Beckett. who then finds Hookham, goes out the back to Rush, then finds Marcus Walker. Walker gets away from Lachlan Hannigan, then makes it another 5-10 metres before being pulled down there. Does the former Whitehaven Loney, playing this now in the Whitehaven half, 40 metres out, then into the hands then of Bailey Dawson. Dawson's wrapped up. King and James Newton involved in that tackle. We make it just under 5 minutes to go here. Kieran Rush then comes across to Rush has give one away in the first. Oh well, he let one go. I'm going to say referee Cameron Worthing. He's let that go as well. It's only just, but quite happy to let things go. There's referee Cameron Worsley, and that ball to Becky, it wasn't the best, and it's going to be Owen McCallum there. He's already says 2 knock-ons. He says it's 2 knock-ons. He says wasn't picked up clearly. Owen McCallum was away, and he should have been away. Owen McCallum potentially for his second try in a Whitehaven shirt, but he's okay to. And he's now given Kieran Rush a green card.
No, he's sin-binned him another one.
Sin-binned him.
Complaining about
so that is Dewsbury down to 11.
They're losing it now, Dewsbury, George.
Maybe why the
linesman's coming on as well.
And they're going to have a stoppage of play. Someone else has been said here. So Dewsbury are currently going to finish this game with 11. And I think he's just saying, maybe he's just showing it that this is where the penalty should be. So that's Kieran Rush has been sin-binned. Callum Turner's been sin-binned. He's taking his time here, is Kieran Rush. Just waiting to see what is going on. He's taking as much time as he can. He's Kieran Rush. And it is going to be, like you say now, referee Lachlan Hannigan puts the ball into touch. Whitehaven will be disappointed if they don't get another try here, conceding against going now against 11. Evans is going to take the tap. 35 out from their own line here at Whitehaven, 15 short of halfway. Rio Corkill's going to be stopped, pulled down on his own 40. Newton in there at dummy half. Then comes across to Ross Ainley, and that is called on the shoulder of Ross Ainley from Jackson Walker. Newton in there at dummy half, going to let to go down the right hand side, Lachlan Hannigan, and they're going to allow Dean Gebby to try and get there on the chase, trying to put it there on pressure on Owen Restall, and that's fantastic work from Dean Gebby. It's even better work from Joey Romeo. You can see what Whitehaven were trying to do, but I don't think it was quite on. I don't think Gebby was quite where he needed to be. Joey Romeo's got better things to do. Whitehaven's 26 points up, and they're being pulled right into Dewsbury's trap. Imagine this is going to be a penalty for the reaction from Joey Romeo.
Yeah, there's no need, Joe. Whitehaven just need to see this game out now, kick into the corners and defend well. This is what Dewsbury want.
And they'll be hoping to try and get a Whitehaven player sin-binned in just winding the Whitehaven players up, just trying to even the numbers up a bit. Joey Romeo's just pushed away, and it is going to be a penalty in favour of Dewsbury. It's become a bit scrappy following Whitehaven's last try. 2 sin-binnings and a few penalties away from either side. But it's going to be Marcus Walker to take the tap. They're 32-33 away from their own line here at Dewsbury. Down to 11 men. Sin-binnings of Callum Turner and Kieran Rush, both the descent, we believe. James Newton, some fantastic work in there at dummy half to nail Bailey Dawson. Is it Dawson? Oh, sorry, Curtis Davies. A few words being said, I think, there from Curtis Davies. He's not maybe too happy with the attention he got from James Newton. But Jackson Walker's going to take Dewsbury over the halfway line. Davies in there at dummy half, going to let to come into the hands of Dawson. Then Hookham. And it's Brad Graham who's going to be wrapped up now. Tia, McCarran and Carter all involved. Davies in there. Comes across then to Beckett, then across to Hookham. Hookham then calls it. Marcus Walker just drops the ball. If Dean Gebby was lining me up, I think I'd drop the ball as well. I'd be completely honest with you, Marc Shackley. And that's what just happened there. He just seen that Dean Gebby was lining up, and I don't want any part of this, and just didn't keep hold of the ball.
Yeah, I think you read the right call. I think I'd have done the same, Joe. I'd have dropped it.
It's going to be scrum down, head and feed here. We're into the final sort of 80 seconds as we make it here at the recreation ground. It's turned to a bit of a scrappy finish. And it's going to be scrum down, head and feed to Whitehaven. 8 metres short of halfway. Hannigan's going to feed the scrum. Newton's out the back. We're going to have plenty of numbers. Carter, if you want to run it to the line, then comes out the back now to Joey Romeo. Romeo has to come back inside. They caught with it well there, to be fair, to Dewsbury, and they're going to pull Joey Romeo back a good 5, 6, 7 metres. back into his own half. Newton in there at dummy half, then goes across then to Owen McCarran, who's going to take Whitehaven just back over the halfway line. Newton in there at dummy half, going to go right into the hands of King. Hannigan then finds Joey Romeo over the top. Ball wasn't the best.
He thought the winger was there.
Yeah, Gebby had come back inside.
He thought he was out there. It was perfect ball if he was there, but he come back in.
We're making him into the final 20 seconds here at the recreation ground. I don't think there's going to be too long left. Just going to be a tap ball. I'll play the ball. Just out of the shout from James Newton, they don't score. Because I think they're going to look thinking, expecting a play. We make it into the final few seconds, so we're just in the hands of the timekeeper behind us now here at the recreation ground. Davies in there at dummy half, and he's going to just knock on there as Curtis Davies. And there is the hooter. That's the last action here at the recreation ground. It's finished Whitehaven 38, Dewsbury Rams 12, 30 unanswered points from Haven in the second half. Tries from Guy Graham, 2 from